What conditions did the recovery teams face during the Challenger crew body recovery process?
In today's discussion, we will delve into the harrowing and somber undertaking that was the recovery process of the Space Shuttle Challenger's crew. The Challenger disaster, one of the most tragic incidents in space exploration history, presented an array of logistical, environmental, and emotional challenges for the recovery teams.
What were the environmental challenges?
The Space Shuttle Challenger exploded over the Atlantic Ocean, about 18 miles offshore from Cape Canaveral, Florida. The recovery team was faced with deep, cold, and unpredictable waters in the Atlantic Ocean. The wreckage of the Challenger and the remains of the crew were scattered over an extensive area, some pieces buried under the sandy sea bottom, requiring comprehensive and meticulous search and recovery operations. The depth of the water, changing weather conditions, and visibility underwater added significant complications.
What were the logistical challenges?
The size of the search area and the scattered debris posed immense logistical challenges. The recovery operation required the coordinated efforts of numerous ships, submersibles, remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, and divers. Some pieces of debris were too large to be lifted by divers or ROVs and required special lifting equipment. Mapping and identifying pieces of debris and human remains were also significant tasks, requiring detailed underwater surveys.
What were the emotional challenges?
Perhaps the most profound challenges were emotional ones. The recovery team was retrieving not just spacecraft debris, but also the remains of the 7 astronauts who perished in the disaster. The process was an emotionally intense and somber task. Recovery teams were not just dealing with the aftermath of a technical failure but also a human tragedy of monumental scale. The recovery efforts following the Challenger disaster were as immense as they were heartbreaking. Despite the overwhelming conditions, the teams carried out their duties with incredible dedication and respect. Their commitment ensured that the remains of the astronauts were returned to their families, bringing a semblance of closure amidst the tragedy. This event reminds us of the high stakes in space exploration and the remarkable courage of those who venture into the unknown.